Hey guys, this is GreenXI welcoming you to Let's Play Eternal Sonata episode 30. Oh no, I really don't know with this one. It's left me completely. 37 or 38, look above. In the video description or wherever you're reading it, watching it. Yeah, let's get into Prince Crescendo's room and see what he's got to say.
Mr. Chopin, thank you for your stellar performance. Allow me to introduce my fiancée. This is Serenade, and the little one with her is Minuet.
Hello. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hey, what's going on here, Salsa? They're just talking about boring stuff. I don't see food anywhere.
Well, I just thought they were probably gonna eat all the good stuff before we could get here.
There is something I wanted to tell all of you about the position Baroque is in right now. Count Waltz is using mineral powder to convert his population into soldiers who fear nothing, not even death, to create an unstoppable army. As soon as his preparations are complete, it is almost certain that he and his armies will invade Baroque. However, if Baroque were to preemptively challenge Forte, many innocent civilians would surely get caught up in the resulting all-out war.
The suffering of innocents is one of the greatest tragedies of war. It's appalling.
So, what are you gonna do now?
Well, I thought that the solution to the problem would be to find a way to assassinate Count Waltz to avoid any other casualties. So I aided on Dantino.
But you see, I am opposed to that plan. I believe assassination would be the equivalent of a declaration of war against Forte. And if we were to do that, would it not be the same kind of evil for which Count Waltz is responsible? History always repeats itself. Even if we managed to succeed in assassinating Count Waltz, another Count Waltz would appear, then another. The problem itself would still remain. If we throw all our support behind a band of rebels, I believe it will be Baroque that is disgraced in the end.
I see. And you're correct. Looking back on history, mankind does indeed repeat the same mistakes, over and over again. Someone else with evil designs will surely appear to fill the void.
If it's really as important as all that, how can people just forget about it?
It's because the passage of time allows us to forget tragic and painful events. We let them go so that we're able to continue on with our lives. Like letters written in sand and then blown away by the wind. They're all forgotten.
But there are some things we must never forget, no matter what. Tragic memories that we have to carve firmly in stone, so that the wind can never blow them away. I have a favor to ask. I understand that all of you are acquainted with jazz. There is a message I would like you to pass on to him. It is this. Baroque can no longer provide you with any assistance. No matter how much of a tyrant Count Waltz may be, there is no way we can be absolutely certain that he will ever attack us. If we were to make a preemptive strike against him, it would be a classic example of man's suspicious nature leading him to war.
Serenade, I know in my heart that everything you've said is correct. That's why I wanted...
What is it, Captain?
It's nothing. We must achieve true peace, not simply the appearance of it. But, because of the current situation with Forte, there is no way I can leave Baroque at the present time. Besides, If I were to be seen making contact with Andantino, that very thing alone could act as a trigger for war. Is there any way you could meet with Jazz and tell him for me that this struggle itself is the very thing that's leading the world into chaos?
What do you mean exactly?
You want us to inform Andantino that Baroque can no longer provide support for its actions?
I know that it's selfish of me to ask this of you.
Yes, you're right. As you say, it is rather selfish of you.
Frederick?
Up until now, you have been providing Andantino with support. Is that correct? Denying them that support because your opinions have changed is rather irresponsible.
That may be true, but you must understand. We have come to realize that the actions we have taken up to this point have been mistaken. Regardless of the criticism that we may face later, should we not correct those mistakes?
I imagine it won't be difficult for the two of you to shake off any criticism. However, have you stopped to consider what this will do to Andantino, who will be cut off without any warning?
Of course, it wasn't our intention for the people of Andantino or Forte to suffer. And yet, as the Prince of Baroque, I have a duty to put the welfare of my people above all else in any decision.
Then, Prince Crescendo, do you admit that you are merely using Andantino to push forward the interests of Baroque? It is rather convenient that your ties to a rebel band from a neighboring country could so easily be severed once the need arose.
That is not true. Prince Crescendo would never do anything like that.
That's enough. Jazz and I have known each other since the days of our youth. We may have different social positions, but he's always been someone I could confide in and speak openly to.
Really? I didn't know that. But then, why is Jazz living in Forte instead of here?
Are you familiar with Mount Rock? It's a mountain rich in ore located on the Forte border.
I know all about it, thanks to all the digging Forte's been doing out there. Go Forest is in big trouble.
Jazz is originally from that area, and through its history, Forte has always maintained very strict control over that place. Oppressively strict. Many people have opposed their cruel treatment of the miners, as well as their utter disregard for the delicate ecology of the mountain. Unlike me, Jazz was always a passionate leader. Since we were young, he's always had a talent for making decisions and taking action. So, to be honest, when I heard he had taken part in a revolt of the Forte miners, well, knowing him, I can't say it came as much of a surprise at all.
So what happened in the revolt?
Forte's forces showed the miners no mercy. Much blood was spilled. By the time Baroque intervened, it was over. After that, Jazz never returned to Baroque. He founded Andantino to continue his fight against Forte.
And that's why you agreed to cooperate with them.
Even though I shared his feelings when we were younger, there was nothing I could do then to help his cause. But now, I owed it to him to offer my support, especially since we're both trying to accomplish the same goal. Believe me, even though I can no longer support Jazz directly, I haven't forsaken that bond of friendship. With Serenade's help, I'm hoping to find a peaceful means for both our countries to live happily side by side.
Frederick, I believe Prince Crescendo. I think what he's trying to do makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Now that you've explained it, I can also understand your point of view. We'll make certain to convey your feelings to Jazz.
Great! Then we can get going. I bet Reto and the others are all looking for us anyway. If we can get back to Retardando somehow, I'm sure we can find Jazz and everyone else.
All right. Then let's return to Retardando. If Allegretto and the others are all right, I expect they are on the way there as well.
if March is holding out okay. She's hopeless without me around.
And we're back. I knew that would be quite long. Wasn't sure though. Not quite sure. Let's get Frederick in. So we need to go back to Retardando. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't think you have to backtrack or anything. Now loading. Oh.
Alright then, let's get moving. Come on, Beat, we're gonna leave you behind if you don't pick up the pace.
Salsa, are you okay?
Oh man, that hurt!
I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Are you all right, miss? Are you hurt?
What the heck? What's with the gigantic mirror?
Oh, this? It's one of Baroque's royal treasures, passed down through the generations.
What in the world is going on? What is all this commotion about? Oh my, what have we here? What exactly were you planning on doing with this huge mirror?
Oh, Princess Serenade! Well, you see,
This mirror was one of my grandfather's most precious possessions. It's called Lament. I requested that it be moved up to my chamber. I'm told my grandfather would often stand before this mirror to think, pondering what the future might hold for our country. In his day, Baroque was surrounded by much stronger nations. The responsibility of protecting Baroque must have been an overwhelming burden.
Prince Crescendo.
Come on, don't tell me you don't know what that thing is. Mirrors are shiny things that show your reflection. Silly dog. Nothing's gonna come out of there no matter how much you bark.
No!
Minuet! She got flattened. Huh? What the?
But she was...
She disappeared.
What could have happened?
The blinding flash of light we saw. It can't be.
Prince Crescendo, do you know something that could explain this?
How could it be possible?
Where am I?
Oh wow, this must be the new mini dungeon that they put in the PS3 version. I really can't remember it, so... Can't remember that whole cutscene either with the flattened dog. Wow. Can't wait to have a look around here. I wonder if there's any new items and equipment and stuff as well. That'd be interesting. Never know. Lament, the mirror... let's have a look. Come on. Come on. Lament mirror steps. Okay. I actually like the music in this place too. Okay. Can we go around here? No? Okay. A couple of invisible walls in this game by the looks of things. Ooh, pie holding enemies. That can only be good.
I know we can do it.
It's only her. Okay. Didn't think it would just be her. Oh well, the enemies are easy enough to accommodate for it. Compensate, I mean. Oop. Didn't see that one coming. I mean, his shadow. Let me use... Yeah. Orange glow. Jack in the box. Oh, I see. That's right. I didn't use orange glow in time. Oh, it's not a pie. What is it? I don't know. It looks like a pie. Might not be though.
Orange glow.
Who knows? He's so squeaky. Oop. Not good at guarding against these, am I? Bloody hell. There we go. Easy enough enemies.
Okay.
But why is it just her? Did they all come through and end up in separate places? That must be what it is. Oh wow, this place is pretty stunning too. Treasure chest. Star cookie, okay. It would make sense for all the treasure chests to be healing items and stuff so that they don't have to put in all the new weapon stats or anything into the game. Or whatever else they do. Oh look at that, the crack in the sky. Like a mirror crack. That's good. Let's get this treasure chest up here. Floral extract. Considering she isn't going to be healing anyone else in these battles around here, let's get rid of Earth Heal and put on Shooting Star. So she can deal a bit more damage in the light. Another enemy. Yeah, that made the battle much quicker. Good idea. If I do say so myself. Let's check down here first. Nothing? Okay. Ah, another treasure chest up there. Hold on though. Treasure chest time. That new light move isn't all that good actually. It's not that powerful, but it does hit from a distance and stuff. Okay, plus 42 defense instead of 28. Yeah, that's a huge increase in defense for her. She needed that, especially on her own. Enemy, come here enemy. I think their names are Petite Fatty. And one of the enemies in that battle just used a move called Pillow Butt. What the hell? Ooh, that's the other end of the mirror. I think I'll cut the video here before... Ooh, look at the reflection. It's all white and pretty full. Anyway. I'm gonna cut the video here after all the cutscenes and everything. It's been GreenXI. Hope you've enjoyed. See you again in a bit when we find out what else is gonna happen.